Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We got another body cam today. By who?
Who this by? Ewu. Because normally it'd be like right here.
Oh, this is old. This is a throwback.
Okay.
This is throwback.
Like, who is this?
This came out 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, we're diving into the archives.
Okay.
All right. Today's body cam, detectives realize it should have been realized.
Detective realizes. No.
Oh, it's one detective.
Detective realizes the victim is actually the killer.
Because I'm putting detectives.
Just detective.
Realize the victim is
realizes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, with that being said, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. You got to do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video.
Like it with a thumbs up.
And I don't know why you trying to single me out. You was
I'm not singling you.
You was stumbling over the title early too.
I wasn't stumbling.
You was trying to break it down. You was like,
no,
why it sound wrong?
No. I was trying to. I was trying to get it in my head to see like, is this something that I'm like,
Oh no.
And it's too early for this nonsense. Come on.
What you mean it's too early?
Everything. You in. I'm looking at the time of the actual video.
All right. Let's go.
I got him. Okay. Stay right here, bro. Y'all keep him right here. Yeah, see the body. See that? Yeah.
I think they're locking your butt up, what I think. I think you've been lying to me this whole time. You did get them right. I think you're a liar, what I think.
Definitely did. You've got the freaking box. You've got the dead gun.
Man, I'm telling you, all I know is the guy told me that they were suspects in a murder case. The first thing that popped in my head was that gun. And I don't know what the is going on, but I want
to know. This is Samantha Wolford, a young mother, a wife, and an aspiring YouTuber turned ruthless killer.
Hey guys, I was asked to do a video 15 weird things about me.
She has arrived at the sheriff's office for routine questioning after her husband was kidnapped during an alleged home invasion. It was an unthinkably sadistic plot. The abduction of a young father and a futile race against the clock to find him before it was too late. Rewind approximately 6 years. Samantha, a single mother of 10-month-old twin girls, was just 19 years old when she met 23-year-old Ernie Ibarra Jr., who was known to friends as Dagan. The two began a relationship which soon turned to marriage, and eventually the couple had 3 children together. Although they were doing their best to get by in the small town of Mount Pleasant, located in Titus County, Texas, the relationship was already starting to crumble. It was no secret that the couple had their problems. However, it ended up escalating to a point of no return, and no one had anticipated things would end in such a shockingly tragic way.
Titus County 911, what's your emergency?
I have a home invasion. My niece is tied up. I am at the verge of untying my niece at this particular moment.
Okay, she's tied up.
She is tied up and gagged.
And gagged? Is that what you said?
Ma'am.
Is there anybody else there?
Where are the kids? We have 5 small infants asleep.
5 small infants asleep?
Yes, ranging from 7 to 1.
That already don't make sense.
Unless 2 of them not hers. Like, 2 of them could be... or they could all be hers, but she got 3 with Ernie, but she could have had 2 previously.
I ain't even talking about that.
Oh, what you talking about?
I don't know what you want.
I thought you were talking about the kids. The amount of the kids. Oh, you talking about the fact that she even tied up and gagged, or the fact that the aunt over there.
If you allow me
my bad. You ain't saying nothing.
If you allow me, I'm just waiting for you to be quiet so I can...
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's a home invasion.
A home invasion. Okay, my bad.
It's a home invasion. Hold on, just wait.
Yes.
It's a home invasion. She's tied up, so it's a lot of noise. You got 5 kids inside the home.
The kids didn't wake up.
And all the kids
because she said the kids asleep. Yeah.
That don't make
sense. It's
sense.
a quiet home invasion, huh?
I ain't never heard no quiet home invasion with a door broken at.
True.
One of them kids should be up crying, whining.
Something. You right. I was getting there.
You was all over the place, and I'm like, I'm not following where you trying to go.
I was getting to that. You ain't allowed me to finish.
All right.
But you right. Mm-hmm.
It just don't make sense. Then she tied up and gagged. Typically, the 5 kids.
And what prompted you
at least
to come
one
over?
would be up.
Yeah, true.
Except
And I
mine's
also want to
yours.
know. That's your phone. Mine don't vibrate anymore. I turned it off.
I ain't got no alert.
And then also, I wonder what prompted Ginger to come over there.
True.
But okay, let's go.
True. I agree. What prompted her to go over there? Did she get a phone call? How would she be able to get a phone call? She tied up.
True. I don't know. We'll
Unless
what?
She called during the home invasion. And
Could be something like that. But let's see.
But what I call Ginger or what I call 911?
I would call 911.
All right.
7 to 1 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
7 to 1.
Does she know?
Samantha, did you know who the suspects are?
Can I talk to her? Is she able to speak?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Hi, Samantha. I know you're upset, but I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Do you need EMS?
No, they didn't do it.
Bitch, yes. I don't give a fuck. It's
my
a
blood
crime.
pressure up. Yes, I need somebody to come.
It's a crime.
Check.
Do we need EMS? I'm been tied up. I don't know if they cut circulation off or what. Yes. EMS should still get here.
Just in case.
He seemed to be behaving once.
She's advising no, they only hit her once.
Okay. And I just asked my aunt if it was bruising or anything, and she said no, they hit me in the face.
Okay, they hit you in the face?
Yeah, they had me tied up and they dragged me down the stairs to face my husband. And when my husband went in to face me, they hit me in the face, like backhand slapped me. And so he looked at me then and they said, I thought that would get your attention. And I want you to stare at this woman. Do you want us to kill her? And he said no. And they said, then tell us the truth. And he said, I don't know anything.
When someone gives way too many details on a 911 call, this can be a warning sign that they may not be telling the truth. The purpose of a 911 call is to get help immediately. As Samantha is not currently in danger anymore, her primary focus should be on getting help finding her husband. Instead of requesting that officers be sent right away to search for him, she's telling an elaborate story about what supposedly happened. There's no sense of urgency in getting her husband found. If someone is lying on a call to emergency services, they may feel the need to offer up all these additional details because they want to support their lie.
Basically, she was trying to go ahead and get ahead of the story before they really started investigating, so you can already get the facts from me. You don't. All you would have said was it was 2 such and such men came in. They tied me up. My husband's missing. I
don't even know if I'll be saying all that. I mean, I guess I would.
And maybe how long it's been.
Yeah. Honestly, since I've never been in a situation like that.
And you want me to tell you another thing? Want me to tell you one other thing?
I won't be giving all those details.
Want me to tell you one other thing? First of all, 2 other things. First of all,
what?
She's too calm.
Yeah.
She's too calm.
Yeah, and what's the
second of all, you would be wanting to run up there and check on them kids.
Check on them kids. I thought about them kids. This first thing I thought about was them kids. But I was like, I'm wondering, I didn't want to say it because I was like, I'm wondering, did Ginger check on them? And Ginger probably was like, because for Ginger to know that they asleep, right?
But also, she's in the house.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, has Ginger...
How would Ginger know that they up there asleep? If she hasn't already checked on her. But also, the first thing you do when you go in, you find her tied up. It's immediately tie her. Not go check on the kids.
These my kids. I'm running to check on my kids.
Exactly.
And I'll let Ginger call 911, whatever. But I'm making sure my kids straight.
She's not panting. She's
but
not
frantic.
She's not crying. She's not her. It's too calm. The whole situation is calm.
Yeah. But I thought about
too calm for my liking.
I feel you, boy.
Especially for her husband be missing.
What you said.
Samantha's love for acting isn't a secret after all.
I've always wanted to be an actress. I think it is so much fun. I've been extras in movies. I've had small parts in like short films, and I've done plays. I think it is so much fun, and it is so beautiful. It is one of the most amazing forms of art ever to be able to express yourself that way. I think it's amazing.
Is it?
Members of the Titus County Sheriff's Office respond to the crime scene shortly after 2 a.m. Immediately, an investigation into the violent home invasion and kidnapping of Ernie Ibarra Jr. is launched. The following footage is raw body cam footage, recorded by Corporal Chris Durant and Deputy Ed Godoy, just minutes after the twisted crime took place.
Sheriff's Office.
I'm upstairs. I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Here.
Are you still talking with Sheriff?
He told me that I have to stay.
Tell her you're here.
I did.
She's still picking
She
on
said
hot
she still has a few questions for me before I can get off.
Let me have it and I'll take care of it, and you talk to them.
So, walk me through what happened.
I don't honestly know what happened. I was in bed asleep, and we heard a noise, and the second I was able to open my eyes, somebody grabbed me and jerked me out of the bed and slammed me down on the ground and started tying me up and put a knife to my throat and told me don't move.
Okay.
She said she had bruising only to the... And I ain't gonna hold you. White people bruise easy. Light-skinned people bruise easy. Some black people bruise easy. Me, I'm not an easily bruisable person. I've been in fights where people that got some good licks on me.
Yeah.
And I don't bruise it. I don't know why. Maybe it's the dark melanin, you know what I'm saying? We're a little protected out here when it comes down to things. But we can heal a little bit better. If somebody yanked your ass, well, you bruise. You typically bruise easier. I know a lot of light skinned people or brown skinned people that bruise easy, and it's weird. But typical white people, they bruise. So if he yanked you out the bed and threw you on the ground, you will have some bruising.
Yeah.
Some
and
redness.
he said he slapped you across the face, backhanded you, or whatever.
There will be a lot of redness.
I would think that, especially if it's hard, I don't have
if
any
I
regards to making sure I'm not hurting.
Throw you on the ground, there will be more.
Even the tie marks, if he tied you up. So I need to see.
Because also...
I'm trying to see what this is right here.
How tight are the tight,
right.
the marks? Because if I'm going to tie you up...
I'm tying you tight.
Tight as hell.
I don't care about hurting you.
To the point you might bleed because I might tie you too tight.
I'm trying to see what this is right here.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is a bracelet or if this is a marking from...
Or would you use duct tape or zip tie? It depends on how you're trying to go about it.
Yeah, who do you... If...
It just depends on how you go about it.
Punching it over and over and over, and just keep fighting back, and I was just letting him do it, and...
No key.
What's your husband's name?
Ernest Ibarra.
Ernest Ibarra. Okay.
The officer is conducting a typical investigatory field interview at this point. However, these statements can be admissible in legal proceedings. The body camera footage can be reviewed by investigators and inconsistencies discovered between initial contact and later interrogation.
One of them did say the name Luke, but that's it. That was all. That's only in identifying anything I've got. One of them said, "Hey, Luke," and the guy turned, but that's the only identifying anything I've got.
Samantha changing her voice to imitate the alleged intruder may be an attempt to dramatize the attack in order to make it appear more believable. Although
that's acting. Acting. You know what I'm saying? Because typically when people act out of scene, it's not realistic. It's not things that would happen in real life. Because a lot of times people ain't going to remember that until they hindsight think about certain things. Not right now. It might remember the next day. Because people remember small, minute details the next day because they have now been removed and is in a safer, and now they can think.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, when crimes used to happen to me, I'm like, damn, you trying to, not like on a level like that. Like, I've been robbed before.
Yeah.
Well, shit been broken in, not robbed. Ain't nobody.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, then now after that situation, I go back home and I remember, I'm like, okay, now I get clear space ahead to think. And I'm like, damn, that happened, damn. And I'm like, should I call the police? No, I ain't going to worry about calling them.
Calling them back and telling them, hey, I remember this.
I remember this, and I remember this. I just be like, fuck it, I ain't gonna remember it. So, you know what I'm saying? But in the moment, I don't remember none of that. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember shit. I'm like, damn, your brain ain't hitting that point because it's active.
Right.
But then when you get time to think about it, it's like, okay, now I remember this happened, this. But again, the 7-year-old didn't wake up. They beating the shit out of him. You upstairs, they dragging you through the house. That's a lot of noise.
Right.
The 7-year-old, you think home invasion happened? You think my niece waking up?
Yeah.
She's 5. Mm-hmm. She will wake up.
Yeah.
An attempt to dramatize the attack in order to make it appear more believable. Although her voice is emotional, she doesn't actually express much concern about Dagan, and instead seems focused on telling the story about everything that happened to her. It's discovered that Dagan's phone was also taken by the assailants.
They took his phone, but they didn't take mine. I had mine hidden. So I was able to...
So he's got his phone?
No, they have his phone.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. What's his phone number? Huh? Well, I need that number. Get that number from me.
They cut my shirt off, and then after they made me stand there naked in front of him, threatening to do things to me. The guy said,
You were outside or here inside?
I was in the living room. When they took me to the living room, he said, get you a shirt and get it quick, because I'm not this type of person. So I started rummaging through my closet. He said, I said get it quick, and pushed the knife against my throat. So I just grabbed whatever shirt and put it on. But he grabbed my shirt and he started cutting it. He cut it down the collar, and then he said,
what's your name?
Samantha.
Samantha?
Wolford.
This is how you tell a story of something else to one of your friends.
I'm trying not to, because we know that someone is.
Yeah,
you know,
but this is how, like, I tell a story to, like, you will tell a story to your sister about something else that occurred
already. Yeah. And
not like something like
it's the
in the
lack
moment.
of emotion for me, not the faking. It's the lack of real emotion for me. Because not one tear,
and
not
going
one
from
nothing.
different voices.
Because
get over here.
My man missing. I ain't got time to be standing here and read it. I don't have time. I don't have time for
Because that's
that.
how you explain things, but it'd be like past shit that done been happening.
Because I'm very detailed. And he said what you be telling me?
Just keep going.
No, what's the word? What you be telling me?
I don't know. Probably. I know that I didn't use different terms. Probably. I'll be saying you very anal about things.
Not anal.
I have
said
said
that.
Yeah, because anal or very analytical.
Okay, let's keep going.
That's what I just said. Let's keep going.
Let's just keep going.
Wolford.
Where's that shirt at? Is it downstairs? What color is it?
It's gray sweater.
Gray sweater? Okay.
That's what I was sleeping in.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got
You sleeping in a sweater?
the front door's been kicked in.
As he dictates details of the crime scene to dispatch, Samantha handles her own urgent business. She sends out a text message that reads as follows.
Hey, this is what we need to do. I need to do an emergency.
Y'all
She said, what? Wait, go back.
Basically, she said kill his phone. Like, shut it down.
Who she sent it to? I mean, I know we'll find out, but...
Shut that shit down.
What?
Wow. Bitch, who you...
What is she...
Y'all are so slow.
What?
Y'all are so slow. It's
Wait a minute.
Say... We can't keep pausing for a long
Okay,
period.
right, let's just go.
I'm saying, just say what you were trying to say.
Because I'm like, who victim? Her victim? She victim? She's the victim? She took her... I'm just trying to...
She's the victim.
So, right, that's what I'm just realizing... Okay, let's go.
Hey, this is what we need to do. I need to do an emergency phone ping on... Yeah. And I've got the cell phone number.
The phone service company is immediately contacted in hopes that the position of Dagan's phone can be traced and lead law enforcement to his location before it's too late.
Was the spray paint already on the walls?
Yeah, somebody broke in over Christmas time, or over Halloween time, and did that. And he's already been out here once over this.
Okay.
They cut his hair off. I don't know why.
Is that
That's his hair.
That's his hair?
That's his hair.
Okay.
And he said...
And you said those are the pants he had on?
He said you're going to want something of your husband and shoved a piece of his hair off and threw it on the floor.
And you said those are his pants that he had on?
Yeah.
Where's the sweater you had on?
I think that's it on the dining room floor. Or on the chair.
On the chair?
You don't want some of them, give them a rating.
Okay.
I said I got another car pulling up. Let me go see who this is.
Due to the fact that I was dialing with my nose.
Hey, just stay out there for just a second for me, okay?
Can I go out there?
Well, let's get this checked out real quick. Because right now this is the most important thing, you know. Let's get this all figured out.
I don't see how me writing a statement is in the crucial hours.
Then we got 2 dogs. The dogs ain't frantic.
Are you finding rest?
It is because, I mean, this may help you trigger something to help us, you know.
About 2:02 a.m. His cell phone ping 0.86 miles from a residence in Pittsburgh.
You know anybody in Pittsburgh?
Contact Pittsburgh.
Samantha does, in fact, know someone in Pittsburgh, as it just so happens. As the deputy continues to gather information from Samantha, the corporal speaks with Samantha's mother, Rosie, and Samantha's Aunt Ginger.
Sir. How you doing?
Just fine.
You're the one that found her?
Yes, she's the one that found her. I'm the one she called.
Okay. So she
Why
called.
she didn't call 911?
She called her mom because she said I dialed with my nose.
Yeah.
Also, if I'm gonna tie you up, I'm gonna tie you up with a point you can't even reach the phone. Or also, if it's a home invasion,
So did they only tie your hands and you was able to walk around? I'm confused.
No, because the aunt said she was on the floor when you'll be able.
Girl.
Why not call 911? 911 is 911. Help! I need help. If I gotta call my mom or my aunt or somebody, it's more motions I gotta do to dial out the name or scroll in the contact. This 2015.
Yeah.
You had iPhones around then, but
yeah,
I'm trying to remember what type of phone, like popular phone. 2015, yeah, iPhone.
I'm in danger.
Or Samsung, whatever you got.
I'm in danger. Something just happened. Somebody just broke in my house. I am calling the authorities. What are we talking about?
Phone 911. That's easy. You gotta go through unless you just went previous contacts and dial. Maybe that's the easiest way. And then why Ginger only called the police once she got to the house and untied you? Why she didn't call 911 immediately? That would make more sense, right?
She called you first.
She called me.
Okay.
Bound and gagged, and then she called me. We live in Winfield. Do we have any idea where her husband is?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
I'm assuming it has something to do with people that would be part of circle. That's the only thing I could possibly put together is that it had something to do with people that knew.
Samantha says that the intruders named someone she knows as the reason for the attack on her husband. For this person's privacy, as they were never proven to be involved in the case, we have redacted their name throughout. Samantha will continue to bring up this person's name throughout the investigation. Samantha sends out yet another urgent text message at 3:19 a.m. reading,
Ditch phone, move.
At this time, investigator Chris Bragg arrives at the scene and the corporal begins to bring him up to speed. Interestingly, the investigator is immediately skeptical.
So they've got a pretty volatile past, and we've arrested him before.
Yeah.
Assaulting her and the infant. Make sure she didn't do something to him and then stay at the scene to make it look like something happened.
The investigator is developing what's called a theory of the case. This is the same theory of the case work that a prosecutor will do in order to paint a picture of the criminal activity, linking physical evidence, statements, and circumstantial evidence to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
He looked down and he had cuts on the top of his head, and they had him kneeling right here, and they cut part of his hair off.
just got a cigarette over there.
After a brief search of the first floor, the corporal then guides the investigator to the staircase that leads to the bedroom where the attack began.
So they kick the door and they come up these stairs. And get them before they're unable to know what's going on.
Yeah, that's the only part that's getting me is how do you... They would have to either be familiar with the place to be able to do all that and know where they were asleep. And the babies are asleep in there.
Both members of the sheriff's office observed that the conditions in the home are not ideal for children to live in after viewing the area where all 5 children lay sleeping, though the body cam doesn't capture a clear view.
Pitiful conditions.
Yeah.
I'm not really seeing a whole lot of blood, though, for somebody that was pistol whipped.
The investigator proposes they have Samantha come upstairs to provide more specifics.
I haven't seen it or anything. All of that, I don't know what's going on with it or what could have possibly got himself tied into caused this. But they kept saying, cause this. Asking for compensation, $20,000.
Remember this. It'll be important later on in the story.
If you would just hold tight with her, so I'm going to go get some evidence bags. And I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my camera. I'll be right back.
Are you guys trying to accuse me of something?
Girl, ain't nobody even said nothing.
Her story immediately falls apart here, though Samantha's reaction is typical of someone caught in a lie. However, this is why all subjects under questioning should request counsel and refuse to answer questions. Police motives are not frequently known, though it's common to start with a large pool of suspects and eliminate them, rather than start with an empty pool and try to add likely suspects. This means you're immediately classified as a suspect or material witness until proven otherwise during the investigation phase.
What kind of gun is that?
The Glock.
Standard issued or?
Girl.
Red flag number.
Don't even.
What's this? Red flag number 10.
Number
You
100.
just hold on. Pete. You just been in a vicious attack.
I'm not.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Not only just on you, but also on your husband. You said they pistol whipped your husband. The last thing you want to do is ask somebody about their gun.
Right? I'm not even.
Some people be
about...
frantic about even seeing a gun.
Yes, I'm not thinking about what's a standard. Like what? I'm not answering those questions. That's the least of my worries right now.
Can I see it?
Oh!
Can you take it out?
No. Then I got to do paperwork.
Really? I just was gonna see comparatively to the gun they had. I don't know guns, but the gun he had wasn't very big, or his hand wasn't very small, one or the other.
Yeah, lock her ass up right now.
Pretty closely to his hand size.
This is a very odd request given the circumstances. It's noteworthy that in the midst of Samantha's chit-chat with the officer, she doesn't appear distressed that her husband is missing.
Nope.
It's possible that this is her attempt to be friendly and distract the officers from the situation, since she may believe at this point that police may consider her a suspect.
What them kept saying, took someone from us. The only thing I can figure is they're saying like narked on someone. Because they said something about now he's behind bars.
What time did y'all go to bed last night?
Around 11.
Just a couple hours before the invasion occurred. Next time, she'll have a different answer to the question.
Good question, though.
How old your babies?
Yes.
1. You got 4? 5? They were in there squirming a minute ago.
Let's see what is going on.
Investigators are doing their thing.
Samantha doesn't seem overly concerned about her children, but it seems she's already growing impatient with the investigation. Little does she know, this is just the very tip of the iceberg. At 6:10 a.m., just a few short hours after the violent home invasion and abduction of Samantha Wolford's husband, Dagan, she arrives at the Titus County Sheriff's Office in northeastern Texas. It's here that the disturbing story will start to unfold.
I'm about to curl up on the floor and go to sleep.
Samantha places a call to her mother, but displays almost no emotion during the course of the conversation. She appears very self-centered, and her behavior is quite strange for a woman whose husband is missing.
I go missing. You going to sleep?
Child.
You going to sleep? If I go missing?
No.
I seen you. Somebody went missing before. You kind of look. You was concerned, but
who went missing?
Your nephew.
Oh, see, that was different. That was so different because they like knew where he was at.
They didn't know where he was at.
But didn't know where he was at.
They did not know
where
where he
was at. They had an idea
at.
where he was at.
Not really.
Yeah, they did.
You think so?
His sister did, yes.
Oh, the older sister knew?
No. The young sister. Well, I mean, older than him. So
oh,
he's
the youngest,
sister.
But I'm saying like
yeah,
the older
but not the older. But
oh,
yeah.
Okay.
She had an idea, but it was just every time you go, he not there.
But he was there the whole time?
Like it was like a miss. Like you go, you show up. Hey, he here. You just missed him. One of those situations. So they could never track him. But
okay.
he was always posting online.
But what I'm saying is, you was like.
I went to sleep. I was concerned, but I knew that it wasn't none on this type of thing. He ran away from home, y'all.
Yeah.
He ran away
he was
from home.
Runaway.
Wanted to be out. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But yeah.
Want to be gang.
Want to be gang so bad. Hanging with the wrong crowd. One of those type of things.
They ain't want to be no more.
Want to be.
Yeah, they want to be no more.
But so it was. So I was worried because I'm just like I don't know what he getting himself into. But I knew one like on nothing like this, and he was still posting on social media. So I was just like, I don't know.
I can go to sleep. They'll find him when they find him.
Yeah, just keep me updated.
But I'm saying if I go missing,
it was something on like something like this, no, I'm not, and I'm not gonna be acting like this either. Like she moving weird.
Hey, I'm sorry for that.
Yeah. Knock on wood.
Biscuit and gravy, no sausage.
Girl, that's the last thing I'm
gravy, no sausage and French fries.
And French fries.
Samantha gives her mother a food order over the phone. It's surprising she has an appetite at a time like this. She lays on the floor, which is very childlike and is an unexpected behavior for an adult. Samantha consistently acts like more of a high school student rather than an adult mother of 5.
5 kids.
Most people, even in any kind of frantic type of situation, last thing they think about is food.
That's the last thing.
Even my mom got sick and was in the hospital.
That's the last thing you think about is eating.
Last thing I thought about was wanting something to eat, man. I'm trying to make sure she's safe. She like what's going on? You want something to eat? Nah, not right now. I'll get it when I get it.
Right.
Last thing, and you can go 24 hours without eating and just be like, damn, I ain't even realized last time I ate. Because my mind is going
crazy. You want a big sausage gravy.
It ain't even been 12 hours. It ain't even been 12 hours yet.
It hasn't.
She ready to go sleep and eat. It's just been a couple hours. And I want something to eat and I want to go to sleep.
Facts.
Chris, the investigator, enters the room.
That's crazy, bro. I'm sorry for apologizing, bro. I know what it is.
Have we heard anything?
We're still working on it. Each one.
I feel like there's something he hasn't been telling me, but I don't know what.
What's your gut feeling tell you?
I think it's something to do with.
What do you think would be going on?
I hate, and I'm usually right, and I hate that, but I have a problem with getting involved in things that you don't need to be getting involved with.
Samantha seems to be setting up a potential motive as to why the attack and kidnapping may have occurred. She continually brings up the same person in her speculations about what may have happened.
Has he been using any drugs?
No.
What about you?
No. And I can take a test right now.
This is a convincing statement, which can be a red flag for possible deception. When someone is being truthful, they're more likely to just provide a straightforward denial. However, when someone is lying, they often feel some anxiety about whether they will be believed or not. So they may add on these types of convincing statements to support their lie.
So have you had in the past used any drugs?
Me? No.
Never been involved.
It's interesting that Samantha states she's never been a drug user. However, David Smith, a former friend of both Dagan and Samantha, alleges otherwise.
Because there was one that come out there that drove a little silver Jeep Liberty. He was supposed to be some kin to her, supposedly. But I found out later from Jeremy Rule that he was her pill dealer.
Needless to say, Samantha's credibility is becoming increasingly questionable.
Care about what time it was when you went to bed?
I looked up at the clock and it was like 12:01 and I was like, yeah, you've got to get to bed because you have to be up in 5.5 hours.
I thought you said.
Samantha says she and Dagan went to bed at midnight, contrary to the 11 o'clock time she gave a responding officer at the scene of the crime, as you may recall.
And if y'all both went to bed at midnight, it was around 3 o'clock when the detectives. So 3 hours all this occurred? So how did they have your husband?
Well, 2:19, the police arrived.
Oh, okay.
So before
I just remember 3 from the body cam stuff.
So before 2, Ginger, she called her Mama Rosie, Ginger, all that.
So how they get your husband at midnight?
Well, it would have been a little bit after midnight, right? Because y'all went to bed at midnight.
But what I'm saying is, for them to get him, your ass would have also been woke, is what I'm trying to say. Right. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if y'all both went to bed at the same time, when did he get up and separate? Because you not sound asleep. Mm-hmm. So even if he had got up out the bed to say, hey, let me check on something real quick, you still would have been up. Right. You would have woke up. Or, I'm just saying, it's like the little minute things that don't add up and make sense for the theory. We all know the theory ain't right. You know what I'm saying? But
already her story is beginning to change.
What's your first memory of what's going on?
Well, I took an Ambien, so it makes it a little harder for me to wake up. And I have a prescription with me if you want to see that. But when I can't sleep, it's supposed to shut your brain down so you can go to sleep, but also make it to where you can wake up fairly easy.
Samantha gives 2 more inconsistent statements back to back. When someone gives inconsistent statements, it can be a red flag that someone is lying. After telling one lie, there are likely additional lies that must be told to support the original lie. It can be difficult to keep track of everything they've already said, so liars may get tripped up on details and give conflicting information. It's possible that after she made the first statement about having a hard time waking up, she may have been worried about how that made her look, especially being a parent to 5 young children. She may be trying to backtrack because she wants to be viewed in a good light so that her story about Dagan is believed.
Of course. I remember at some point it was a little after 1. I saw the clock. Maybe on my phone. So it's still pretty foggy because it's fairly early to wake up after taking a sleeping pill.
Nothing adds up, considering she'd taken a prescription sleeping pill and was woken up suddenly. She shows little emotion and talks as if she's reading from a script.
Is that true?
What?
You take prescription sleeping pills. You like putting my business out there.
You like putting my business out there.
But you do. You have.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I do.
Yeah, you do. At times, you know what I'm saying, when you want to get, but it knocks your ass out.
Yeah, I be sleep.
You be in deep sleep.
I already sleep deep when I'm able to go to sleep.
But that but that helps you.
But I'm like 10 times in a deep sleep.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. Like I don't hear a thing.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't need to take that thing.
Huh?
I'm saying I wouldn't need to take. But I'm just saying the information don't seem right. Because when you take yours, you sleep. You'll go to sleep in a deep sleep for a long time. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make sense because that pill is supposed to help you succumb to your sleep, not be like
in and out.
Yeah. Then they will prescribe you the pill for to be in and out.
Because that's why, before I be in and out, so the pill helps me not be in and out.
Yeah.
Also, I was a little confused. Is that why she, the in and out? Because she said a little bit after 1, she looked at her phone.
She did say after 1.
I was confused with that. I'm kind of confused. So when did all this happen?
That's what I've been trying to say, bro.
Because it's so all this
That's
stuff
what I was trying to say the last time I paused.
At what time did all this take place, and how long did it last? Because I'm confused. I'm so confused now. Because when you lie a lot, I can't keep up.
Yeah.
Individuals who've been traumatized rarely remember details in this way. Of course, this could be explained as Samantha trying to give the investigator as much information as possible in an attempt to find her kidnapped husband. However, the fact that Samantha has repeatedly given confirmation to the investigator that he can double-check her story, such as verifying her Ambien prescription, suggests that Samantha is trying to preemptively dismiss any suspicions the investigator might have about her story.
They said, do you want us to have to kill her too? And he said, no, please don't harm my kids. And they hit him in the mouth. Are my kids okay? And they hit him in the mouth, and he said we wouldn't touch a child. And it's not, I don't know if it was a tooth or if it was just spit or blood.
I swear.
Because they had the lights on down there. And that's when they started cutting my clothes off and making me stand in front of them naked.
This part of the story seems to be fabricated. The sweater she claimed to have been wearing had no obvious cuts.
She didn't recognize the voice.
I tried listening to everything. They forced him to tell me not to call the police. And he said, don't call the police. And they punched him in the mouth with the gun. And said, that's not what I said for you to tell her. He said, please tell me what to say again. Please just repeat it. So they repeated it. I couldn't understand what they were saying because they were so close to his face and growling in his ear. He said, Sam, don't call the police. I don't care what happens. Don't call the police because they'll come back and they'll kill all the kids. Promise me. And he was screaming at me. And I was like, I promise.
However, the 5 children nearby remained asleep through all of the chaos. The police, as well as Samantha's aunt, will scrutinize this assertion later.
I know you said something about some money or...
Yeah. He said, what do I have to do? Please don't tell me what I have to do. And he said, $20,000. You want to know what you have to do? Can you come up with $20,000 in the next 5 minutes? And he's kind of laughed.
Now, what did the handgun look like?
It was just black. I don't know anything about guns.
Do you know the difference between like a revolver and an automatic?
Oh, it was definitely like a police pistol. It was whatever those are.
Semi-automatics. It wasn't a...
It was small, barely bigger than his hand.
You may recall that she had specific questions for the corporal at the crime scene.
Right. What kind of gun is that? What kind of gun is that?
The Glock.
The investigator now shifts the conversation to a different aspect of routine investigation. It could very well be that this is where things start moving in an undesirable direction for Samantha.
Like you two weren't fussing, you weren't fighting, you didn't get out of hand, you didn't punch him, kick him, stab him, shoot him, nothing like that. I'm not going to find out anything any different later once we get there, because the deputies, they're out there right now, basically searching your house and talking about them for every piece of physical evidence that we can find to do.
Anything that'll help them find it.
Sure.
It could be a red flag that there appears to be a verbal and nonverbal disconnect here. She's shaking her head no while giving her permission for detectives to search her house. Partway through this statement, she switches to nodding her head yes, possibly realizing that she made a mistake.
Well, actually, that's why I want to make sure, because we're going to be checking your phone records, your family's phone records.
Normally, when the police want to search something, the Fourth Amendment requires them to obtain a search warrant. Otherwise, the search is unconstitutional, and the evidence they obtain will be tossed out of court.
Facts.
However, the police can obtain certain types of records without a search warrant. For example, the police could get a suspect's call records from their phone company. Normally, this record will only show the police what numbers a person called and at what time.
I need to know the truth. I have to absolutely know the truth, but you had no possible involvement in this whatsoever.
No.
You love her?
I do. I wouldn't have gone back if I didn't.
What all are you willing to do to help me find him?
Whatever it takes.
I thought didn't it sound like she about to say I want to kill him? Or am I tripping? Because I could be hearing stuff. But she said, it's like she was about to say it, but then she changed it. Maybe I'm tripping. I'll be adding stuff.
I'll take it back. Let's see.
No.
You love her?
I do. I wouldn't have gone back.
I wouldn't.
She said I wouldn't have. And then she was like, I wouldn't have gone back.
She said, I would. She got choked up.
I felt like I heard a kick. And then she was like, I wouldn't have gone back.
You love her?
I didn't. I wouldn't have gone back. No.
Maybe I'm tripping.
You love her?
I didn't. I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have.
I thought she was about to say. It sounded like to me.
That's where that subconscious finna confess.
I wouldn't have killed. And then
she didn't say kill.
She didn't even say the whole kid. She just said I would have.
She said I wouldn't.
Whatever. Kinda, okay. Whatever.
But I did hear a K. I did hear a K.
Could be, I'll be a little extra.
You caught that one though. You caught that one.
But going back if I didn't.
What all are you willing to do to help me find him?
Whatever it takes.
But you don't know where he is?
No, I don't. Right. I wish I did. I'm positive.
You have absolutely no idea where he's at.
No, I don't.
Do you know who we can call to find where he's at?
The only one I can think is because they kept bringing him up.
Other than that,
I have no idea.
You brought him up.
None.
Her palms go up in the rogatory position, which indicates that she may lack confidence in her statement. Palms up while making a declarative statement is seen as a big red flag because it suggests the person is pleading with the other person to believe them and may be unsure in what they're saying.
He doesn't have any friends. I don't go out much. The one friend that I do really have lives in Sulphur Springs. I don't like drama. I don't like having outside chaos, so I just stay home. I'm just a stay-at-home mom.
Samantha continues to attempt to steer the investigation towards the same person she named. She portrays herself simply as a stay-at-home mom. However, her homemaking skills seem to be lacking based on the condition of her house.
Yes.
As the police observe, the environment in the home is obviously not fit for children. In a report later drafted by investigator Chris Bragg, who is currently questioning Samantha, vivid details of the terrible conditions in the Ibarra household are laid out. The rooms are unclean and unsanitary, with trash, urine, feces, clothes, and dirty diapers scattered on the floor.
I'm obsessed with, making sure an animal is being taken care of the way it deserves to be taken care of. They're like children. They can't take care of themselves.
Chris describes the children as dressed in dirty clothes and appearing not to have been bathed recently. We pick back up as Chris continues to press Samantha.
When I'm watching this guy punch him in the face with a guy over and over.
How'd that make you feel?
Horrible. So I was hysterically bawling.
So it didn't make you feel glad or
no.
Torture?
No.
Because you told me that you felt good about, wanting to stab him, kill him.
At some point in time, everybody loses their temper. But have I ever acted out and hurt anybody? No. And you can look at my record on that.
When she says you can look at my record, this is what is known as a convincing statement. When someone is lying, they may make statements such as this that sound compelling in order to convince the other person. However, someone who's telling the truth is less likely to use convincing statements because the facts are on their side.
I have one count of criminal mischief, and that was because I tossed my keys to somebody and let them use my car.
Sure.
And they didn't have a license.
Now, when they cut your shirt off of you, was it violent, or they just took their time and just...
No, they jerked it out and started slashing at it with this apparently dull box cutter, and then when it didn't work, ripped it off over my head and threw it to the side.
So it wasn't completely cut in half, right?
No, they started cutting like they were going to cut it down or across, and the blade wasn't working, so they said and ripped it off over my head.
She live in La La Land, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's a piece of fabric. I can cut a piece of fabric with this. You want to see?
No, I don't want to see.
I'm just saying it's called force. So even with a dull.
Not you want to see let me see.
But no, I'm just saying even with a dull box cutter, if I want to cut it, it's gonna cut. All I need to do is a little seam. It's a fucking sweater, bro. It's sweater weather.
But I also feel like the fact that now you're changing it because earlier you did say they cut it off of you. You said they cut it off of you and they can find the sweater. But now you remember dang, the sweater not cut. They're going to find the sweater. It's not cut up. So she's having to basically clean up everything that she said earlier. But she's still lying about everything.
Yeah.
But it's just well, no, they didn't cut it. They tried to cut it, but... Like, what are we talking about?
Can we go ahead and put her in cuffs and end this shit? She lying.
But as far as tonight, you had nothing to do with this. You don't know who did anything.
No.
You're positive about that?
Yes.
Well, what I need you to do for me is make me a list of everybody, friends, family, contact numbers, his boss, where he works at Little Caesars, his boss where he works at the Talco Woodcraft.
I'm about to say he worked at Little Caesars. You talking about they demanding $20,000? That's not a job.
And then you talking about in 5 minutes. Who getting that type of money in 5 minutes?
Somebody who already got it.
They 9 times out of 10,
he working at Little. No, I ain't trying to shit on where he working.
No,
at.
for somebody
but I'm just saying I worked those jobs. Like I can't come up with $20,000 in a month working at Little Caesars.
Let alone 5 minutes.
The fuck, bro?
With 5 kids.
With 5 kids. What you just
Y'all
said?
got 7 mouths to feed. What? $2.
But he also said he had another job, so I was like, but him to bring
he said
up
where he used. Oh.
His boss where he works at Little Caesars, his boss where he works at the Talco Woodcraft.
And where he works at the. Okay, so what? So regardless of the fact, regardless.
I'm just trying to see what type of job it is. But it's like I guess kind of like a supply store. They're like 2 part-time. He's doing what he has to do to try to provide. You know what I'm saying? But that $20,000 don't even make sense, bro.
She just added that in there for a little razzle-dazzle because she just keep adding stuff.
But also, she do take her own drugs. And she's 19. She's 19.
That's what it said. And he 23.
With 5 kids, unless he had 2 from a previous. That's a lot, bro. 23 and 19, 5 kids. Oh, Lord.
The investigator exits the room and leaves Samantha to her list. A few minutes later, Sheriff Tim Ingram enters the room and tries his hand at getting to the truth with Samantha.
And this is why that it's very important, honey, that we want you to be honest, because I'm going to tell you what, the evidence we found on the scene, it's just not matching. I don't think you harmed this boy, but I think you know who did, because if somebody's going to kidnap him, why is there his blood in y'all's pickup? Kidnappers ain't going to use their pickup to do something with him and then put him out there and put him in the truck and haul him back.
In his pickup, his blood?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody, it's apparent to me that somebody used his truck.
When someone is feeling especially anxious, their mouth and throat may become drier, which can lead to increased throat clearing, swallowing, or coughing. If any of these behaviors start or increase suddenly, it can be a sign to detectives that they're on the right track and need to question the suspect further. Samantha's cough here could be related to this. She may be panicked about the news that blood was found in his truck, and the cough is an attempt to reduce the discomfort and dryness she feels in her throat.
To take him somewhere after he was assaulted at y'all's house.
I told him that they got into his truck because they wanted his ID. Because they said they needed to verify 100% they had the right person, is what they said.
They need to verify they had the right person.
I don't know if they were one of the people that hit him or not. They sent somebody out to the truck to get his wallet to check his ID.
They would have scoped out the place before.
Came back in and said, yes, he is who he says he is.
Okay, but
that's movies.
What? I'm telling you, she's writing her own little movie. Her little.
But no. She watched too many movies.
And she wants to be a part of that world.
But you wouldn't do that.
Like, what? What are we talking about,
They're going to scope him. They're going to make, before I even
this the right
before we make contact, we're going to make sure we know the right person before we even make contact. Because they ain't finna just go out here and it be a failed dummy mission on somebody we don't know. And then now we got to recuse ourselves. That would be...
Yeah.
Don't explain why his blood is in that truck.
They hit him in the face like 100 times.
Well, no, but you said they went out and did it and got it. He was never supposed to be in that truck.
If they had blood on their hands and got in the truck.
No, it's drip blood. It's not.
It's drip blood?
Yes, he was in that truck. And this is what's going to look so bad is from your story. And this is why you don't have to be a suspect. And I still don't think you did it. I don't think you're strong enough to do it. But I personally, I think you're scared. I don't know if you had a boyfriend that he found out about.
The investigator is attempting to establish the existence of accomplices, and from there, the existence of one or more conspiracies.
I didn't have a boyfriend.
Okay. I don't know what the deal is, but Sam, you've got your kids was in the same room.
It's telling that Samantha says she's being as honest as she can. This may be another convincing statement. It sounds reasonable, but someone who's telling the entire truth likely wouldn't feel the need to make claims about being an honest person. In addition, Samantha's statement here may have some level of truth to it. She's being as honest as she can be without incriminating herself. Adding on "as I can" may be an exclusion qualifier, which allows her to tell the detective some of what happened while withholding information about her specific role in the crime.
There's just the whole layout of your house and the way you said they took him. It's just not making sense.
The interrogator is doing a good job of appearing neutral. Despite the evidence pointing to Samantha being dishonest with him, he makes it out as if he is on her side. The more she trusts the detective, the more likely she will be to confess.
Okay. All right, we'll finish writing your statement. We'll you need, okay? You need something to drink?
He left with my phone. Where did he take that?
Well, we've got a search warrant for your phone. That phone's gonna be ours for a while. Because the calls, every call you've made probably in the past year, we're gonna have to look at.
Okay.
Every text message, everything. So we've got a search warrant for your phone. Okay?
Okay. I'm telling you everything I know. I'm repeating everything they've said.
Okay. Well, just go ahead and do you got your statement. We'll get back with you in a minute, okay?
You can look at my record. I'm not somebody that gets into trouble.
Sit right there and told me the same story just like you're telling me. And, they tried to convince me. And then in the end, when the evidence come in, they sat there and we knew all along they were lying. We knew all along the story was made up.
Detectives want suspects to think they know more than they actually do, or that they're about to find some crucial piece of evidence, leaving suspects panicking about how much police actually know. Investigators want suspects to feel the time pressure to confess, implying that it's in the suspect's best interest to do so before it's too late.
I will be the first person to come forward because I want it found.
So let me ask you something. How did you call for help if you was tied up?
I used my nose.
So they didn't take your phone in. They left your phone there.
They asked me if I had a phone, and I told them no. And they asked him,
so how'd you get to it? How'd you get to it?
I wiggled on my side.
Where was it? Where was
I was on this side of the upstairs, and it was shoved up underneath the edge of the bed on this side of the upstairs.
Who did you call?
My mother was the first number on my call list. I just used my face.
I thought you said she.
So instead of calling 911 for help, you called your mother?
How do you press 911 with your face?
Well, how did you dial your mother with your face?
I didn't dial my mother. I just pushed the first thing that was on there. It had just happened to be my mom.
Although Samantha may believe this is a reasonable explanation, you'll encounter another witness who will tell the sheriff's office that they observed Samantha with her phone simply laying on her lap in the aftermath of the attack. Next, the sheriff wants to hear about what's been going on in Samantha's personal life.
Well, now see, here's something else I don't understand. Maybe you can help explain to me. You talked about how much you love Ernie, right?
Mm-hmm.
But though you're talking to Brian, you're talking to Alan.
I'm not allowed to have friends because I'm married.
Oh, no. No, not that kind of friend. When people like you,
True.
No, do you think that's normal? For married people to...
In the world nowadays, in general, I think more...
Girl, shut the fuck up. Well, hey, I told my sister the same thing. Once you start having friends, it's time to leave a relationship. I can't have no friends. You don't want me to have friends? Go be friendly.
Of the opposite sex, by the way. Of course,
Yeah. My sister's. I heard
especially, like he said, especially ones that like you on that level.
She told him, you can have friends. I'm gonna have friends too. I said the relationship was over then. What are y'all?
Where that relationship at now?
I ain't gonna speak on as far as when we be messy. Talking, bro.
It gets messy.
When we be talking about certain things, I ain't just talking out my ass. I'm talking about things I have. I'm the baby out of all my siblings. Mm-hmm. I see shit experienced shit. I'm the baby out of everybody, bro. Even though I'm older than most viewers watching, I'm the baby coming up. So a lot of things I've had to experience in life, I experienced through other people's fuck up.
Mess ups.
Fuck ups. Because that's what it is. Like, my sister, hella close, the one I grew up with. I got 2 other older sisters. I became a nephew and I was still a baby. And an uncle when I was still a baby. That's how old my older sister is. So I got cousins who do some crimes. I got some uncles who do some crimes. So when I be speaking on crime shit, like I'm speaking because I'm like, man, I'm around people who murder people, assault people. When I say assault, I'm talking about SA people, unfortunately.
Sadly.
Drugs. Every crime you could think of in a bunch. When I go home, that's when I also don't go home a lot. But when I go home, those are the people I'm around. And it's not by choice, it's family, man. Like, go to my grandma. While my grandma was alive, going to my grandma's house, I'm surrounded by nothing but criminals. I'm the only one that ain't got a record. Luckily. Don't have a record for anything. And it's a big family. So that's the reason I don't be speaking on my ass. I'm speaking out of experience.
But yeah.
So gang members and all, I know about everything, bro. That's the reason why I can look through all this shit and be like, bitch, you lying, bro.
Even when he asked her about, do you have a boyfriend that maybe he found out about? I didn't even like how she answered it. One, her tone changed, and then she said I didn't have a boyfriend. I would be like, I don't have a boyfriend.
And it's the
wording for me. I don't care like, oh, that's just something small.
Nope,
but you have
wording.
to pay attention to certain things. She said I didn't have a boyfriend. But I don't
honestly,
have a boyfriend. Like, this is your husband.
She didn't have a boyfriend. She had plethora. Because he just named.
I didn't have a boyfriend.
I have boyfriends.
I have,
I have friends. Like, it's just, I'm not in a relationship with these guys, but I do fuck off on them.
That's big for me. Because I'm like listening to her wording and I'm just like, no.
I don't like none of this.
No. People our age, I wish I could marry somebody like my dad. He's great to my mother. There's nobody else ever that could turn his eyes from her. He's the perfect husband.
Shorty, you don't know your daddy 24/7.
Hold on, we don't know nothing. Let's just keep going.
But that's the thing. Too many people be fixated talking about my parents or grandparents. They were once your age. They had to go through all that shit too, and then they get older and wisen the fuck up. But you always got to start somewhere else. And I hate people have this fixation of what they think. Yeah. And then when they get into it, they're like, this ain't what I see my parents go through. No.
Like, you don't know what they went through. Because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to show you. Like, they're not going to bring that around. Hopefully around the kids.
Get older and have that conversation with your mom and be like, it's a lot of things y'all don't know. It's a lot of things you don't know.
Yeah.
We had our good time. We had our bad time. But what made us last together is that when we go through the bad times, the good times outweigh the bad.
Mm-hmm. God knows I didn't marry one. He cheated on me more than once. And I think every once in a while to hear that I'm beautiful and to hear that I am an attractive person and that I am not the most horrible person in the world, it's nice.
This could be an attempt to not only justify her actions in talking to other guys, but it could also be a deliberate attempt to portray her husband in a negative light. She's hinting toward verbal abuse by claiming that he would tell her how horrible she is. This seems especially unusual given the fact that her husband is still missing. Most people would avoid speaking ill of a loved one who's missing or recently deceased. She may be setting up a possible defense if it's later proven that she was involved in his disappearance.
Did Ernie ever look at your phone?
Yes, all the time.
Did he see those messages where you've been talking to them guys?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
Nothing. He didn't particularly like it, but after what he put me through, he told me as long as I didn't bring anything home or do anything at the house, then he didn't want to hear about it. He didn't want to know about it. I told him I'm not cheating.
No, I was just going to say this. Any man that has multiple kids with you, they find out you're doing stuff with other men, a lot of them start questioning whether the paternity of the kid, right?
Not a man, I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, that's kind of...
House, and he didn't want to hear about it. He didn't want to know about it. I told him, I'm not cheating on you. Yeah, these guys tell me I'm beautiful, and they tell me that I'm, and I go out to my mom's house, and I go to the bar, and I go dancing.
Earlier, Samantha claimed that she didn't go out much and was just a stay-at-home mom. Now that detectives are questioning her about the guy she was talking to, she suddenly changes her story. She may have given the first statement because it supported the narrative she was trying to weave about how she was a homebody who didn't know anyone who could be involved in her husband's disappearance. However, now that detectives have evidence of her text with other guys, she needs to support this new narrative.
And yeah, I may have a little too much to drink and someone says, hey, can I have your number? And I may give it to them, but that's as far as it goes.
Samantha seems preoccupied with others recognizing her as beautiful, given her repeated use of the word to describe herself. This could be a possible indication of her having narcissistic traits.
Anyway, sorry, this little button came up on the corner of my screen and I pushed it. Now my lighting is different and it's making my face look all splotchy and I don't know that I like it. I'm a little vain, I guess.
A narcissist requires excessive admiration. She may have felt like she didn't get the recognition from her husband that she felt entitled to. So she sought out that attention from other men.
Hey, in your statement, you might want to just go ahead and write in there after you talk about what happened tonight. You might just want to talk about and put in there that you have been friends with. Because who's to say one of these guys didn't set it up to try to get you where you're single and I can come in and get you and just use that as a ploy.
See, and that's what I'm saying. I may know something without even realizing I know something.
The detective is laying groundwork for the theme development stage of the Reed technique by suggesting that one of the men who was interested in her had something to do with her husband's disappearance. If she can admit to this possibility, it will be easier for her to later admit to having knowledge of it, and then eventually to her confessing that she was actively involved. When the sheriff mentions that perhaps one of her male acquaintances set this up to make her single, she grasps at this idea as another motive. She may be realizing her story and acting aren't going over as well as she'd imagined. Once again, she's the victim. It seems she'll do anything to deflect attention from herself.
In October, things blew up. He laid his hands on me. I put criminal trespass on him, not on his sister, because she was acting crazy and harassing me. My friend David Smith had talked to me earlier, said he might come by later that night. I told him it was probably not the best idea. What, Ernie going to be there?
Who's this David Smith?
He called in and reported that he was there. Then, when he realized that I intended on giving him the chance.
Because David Smith, we heard him talk to the investigator earlier, and
he's friends with both of I guess her and Ernie.
Because she just indicated my friend, not our friend.
Mm-hmm.
And you wouldn't have told him it's probably not a good idea that you come. And he's like, why? Because Ernie's going to be there? That doesn't...
Yes,
if he's both of their friends.
Yeah, I don't know if this... I told you I'd be asking.
Also, remember...
Yeah.
He said somebody came over, and he asked, who is this guy? Oh, it's just a family friend. You won't have to lie to somebody who's just your friend. I mean, it's a relative. You won't have to lie to somebody who's just a friend.
Right.
You would have been... Not necessarily. You just say, you're a friend. It's the guy she messing off with.
Mm-hmm.
Then, when he realized that I intended on giving him the chance to be the better person he says he's going to be, and to go through the criminal trespass or the anger management courses and go through and do what he says he's going to do, and I'm going to give him that chance out of home on his own without having a judge to force him to do it.
So Ernie's got a lot of anger issues?
Yes,
is he jealous?
severe. Yes.
Is he very jealous of you?
This is different than what she said earlier about how Ernie told her she could do whatever with whomever, as long as it wasn't at their house. Samantha appears to enjoy being in the role of the damsel in distress, and having David Smith and these other men come and save her from her allegedly abusive husband. This is another example of Samantha's need for attention, which is common among individuals with narcissistic personality disorder.
Yes. David Smith hit him up because me and him had been hanging out. I hadn't intended on ever hearing from Dagon again, Ernie. I had never intended on speaking to him again. He cheated on me and he laid his hands on me. I was done. Well, his sister talked his way back in, and he said he loves you, blah, blah, blah. He wants to be with you. Well, I was on a Skype conversation with him, and David was at the house, and he heard it.
What did he do?
He got freaking furious and started freaking out on me and treating me like crap and threatening me. David, this guy that was a friend and only a friend, wanted to be with me. And when he realized that I had intended on going back to my husband, he freaked out.
I need to find out where David lives. If you say he lives close to you, I need to find out where he lives at.
Don't commit me and shit.
What you said?
Rita? Hey, there is one other way that we can make absolutely sure and clear you. We can give you a polygraph test.
Would you mind me speaking to my mother before I completely agree to that?
Well, but now if you have nothing to hide, why would you want to talk to your mama?
Because it's nothing against you personally, but just cops in general. You hear such negative things and how they are not out to help you, and CPS is the same way, and I just kind of want to get my mom and dad's opinion on if it's in my best interest.
You know what? I think? I think it's not going to be long. I think they're locking your butt up, what I think.
Okay.
I think you've been lying to me this whole thing. You did get them right. I think you're a liar, what I think. I think you know exactly who did this, and I don't buy your freaking story for a minute. That's what I think. So I tell you what, let's do. Let's just get on with it.
It seems that the interrogator's anger is an intended tactic here. It evokes the desired reaction from Samantha, but it can also be a setback to the overall interrogation's progress. Any trust created is now gone. This is a change-up used only when there is overwhelming evidence against the suspect. Hearing this, Samantha may be experiencing the freeze response here. Her body is completely still, with her mouth hanging open. When someone senses danger, such as Samantha realizing here that police don't buy her story one bit, they may cease all movement. This is an instinctual response to danger. Movement invites attention, so freezing may make someone momentarily feel like they can lower the spotlight on them.
That's why I say I've tried to really be honest with you.
And that's why
I feel that you have done nothing but sit here this whole time. If I'm gonna tell you right now, DPS is dang good to them. If you ain't got nothing to hide, and what bothers me is you even hesitate to take that, knowing it would positively clear you or to positively show that you're hiding something. But what's going to make you guilty is when we prove that you lied to us in here.
The sheriff indicates that lying will essentially make her guilty. This is somewhat misleading. Though, as stated previously, the police are legally allowed to mislead suspects so long as they do not coerce them into a confession. Nevertheless, the inconsistencies between Samantha's statements and the evidence could be used to suggest that she is aware of her own guilt and is using lies to cover it up. Therefore, the investigator is trying to establish knowledge of guilt, or more commonly referred to as consciousness of guilt. This is most often established by circumstantial evidence related to the suspect's actions or inactions after a crime.
That is the case that I do know who did it and why they did it.
Okay.
Doesn't that make me like an accomplice?
Nope, it sure don't. No, that makes you a scared mother with children.
Interestingly, Samantha asked the sheriff about being an accomplice. The law usually treats accomplices just as it would principals, meaning that accomplices can face exactly the same legal penalties. Most states hold a person criminally liable if they aid or abet another in the commission of a crime. The classic example of this is a getaway driver for a bank robbery. Importantly, this is a distinct concept from conspiracy. A conspiracy is when two or more people make an agreement to commit a crime, and at least one individual within the group takes some overt act towards committing the crime. In such a case, all conspirators are criminally liable for the conspiracy.
The only other thing I don't even know, but it's a suspicion.
Okay.
I've been up in the hospital with my friend Charlotte.
Okay.
And she's got a guy there, and I swear to God, I cannot go up there that I said any of this.
Okay.
Because they have a lot of friends around here, and my life will be in a lot of danger.
Okay.
But the only other thing I know is venting to her and talking to her about problems. Like I just told you, I have a problem with talking to my friends about our problems.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have many of them. So when I do get with one of my friends, I want to talk about any problems we might have had. And honestly, lately, it hasn't been many.
Okay.
We have had problems in the past, and I hadn't seen Charlotte in a long time.
Okay, go with it.
And she's got this guy in the room with her, and he gets to talking about how a man shouldn't treat a woman that way, and how you don't do those things to a person, and he's going to deal with the situation. I didn't take him seriously.
Okay, you see, Sam, you know who did this, but that does not make you guilty.
But I don't have any proof that he did. I just have what he said.
Okay, who is this guy?
His name's John.
John who?
His Facebook is Rebel, John Rebel. It's John, I don't truly know his last name, but his Facebook says John Rebel.
At this point, it seems Samantha's crying could be attributed to the fact that her story isn't yielding the results she'd hoped for, rather than because Dagan is missing. This behavior is consistent with her narcissistic tendencies. At this time, Samantha first mentions an acquaintance known as John Rebel. Herein begins a turning point in this complex story, as a new persona begins to evolve.
He's got a brother named Greg. He's got a really bad history as far as...
Who's Greg?
I was told he's an informant. I don't know Greg's last name
Where
either.
does John live?
I don't know. I know that he's been staying with Charlotte.
So if he did this, who do you think he'd bring with him?
I don't know any of his friends. But yesterday at the hospital, he had a guy that I do know from town with him. His name is Taye.
Who?
Taye Rhymes.
Samantha is beginning to let all of the cats out of the bag. In just a few short minutes, she's implicated John Rebel, who will soon be identified as John Sanford, and Taye, whom investigators will learn is a man by the name of Octavius Rhymes. The pace of the investigation is beginning to accelerate and will continue to pick up speed as the disturbing details begin to surface.
Did they do something to let you know that there was them inside that house?
Not 1,000% particular, but I'm pretty sure it was him. The height and the weight and the way he was talking all gangster.
You pull yourself together and get to right, and we need to arrest these folks and keep them off the street where they can't hurt you and your children.
There was a third person with them.
Okay, who do you think it was?
He's got people that's staying with him.
Who, John Rebel?
When they were in the hospital together. Before this happened in my house.
Yes.
Taye was with him. There was another guy, I don't know his name, but he pretty much fits the build of the third guy.
There was 3 people?
Yes, at the house there was 3 people. And at the hospital yesterday, you can look at the cameras, there was 3 people.
So they have them on the video camera there at the hospital?
At the hospital, yes. Okay. There was Taye and that guy and this third party. The one that I said was basically like the ringleader that was bossing.
What if she had them do all this stuff? I do think she's an accomplice.
I do think as well, but she's just such a liar. I'm gonna have to wait for them to tie in and really see if they had it.
But I can see that being the case, and I can see that because she is an accomplice because she told them to get rid of her phone.
Right, all of that.
So she helped orchestrate all this. She helped orchestrate all of this.
Because even when you was at the house earlier, when you was like, you heard them say a name, you lied about this name. You said something about
and they were supposed to set the scene up like somebody broke in.
It's like somebody broke in and all that.
And they told her what to say and all this.
It was that bad.
No.
Everybody around the other 2 really didn't talk much other than a word here and there. But it was the big guy, the third party that was at the hospital.
She claims not to have known the third man at the hospital, but she's prepared to shift all of the blame in his direction.
The only thing I know about the heavyset dude is they called him Jojo, but they told me that wasn't his name. I believe they said it was Jose.
Samantha reveals quite a bit about this third person. Samantha gives a detailed story about where Jojo lives and knows that everybody calls him Jojo, despite saying just moments ago that she just met these individuals. Also, another significant item to note. Do you recall when the corporal at the scene learned of a ping on Dagan's phone from dispatch?
0.86 miles from a residence in Pittsburgh.
He asked Samantha if she knew anyone in Pittsburgh, and she had no reply. Well, it turns out she did. Taye and Jojo were both residing in Pittsburgh. She heads out for a smoke break as members of the sheriff's office prepare to head to the local hospital, determined to intercept 2 suspects that have been frequenting Charla's room for days. Both John and Jojo are apprehended at the hospital at 9:39 a.m. As you'll see, each interrogation will be damning, to say the least. The clock now reads 10:10 a.m. The other party that was picked up at the hospital by the sheriff's office, a man by the name of John Sanford, a.k.a. John Rebel, is seated in the interrogation room. He's dressed in black pants and a black long-sleeve shirt. The clothes match Samantha's description of the assailant's dress provided to law enforcement. Clearly, John is quite comfortable here. He may be thinking that if he engages with law enforcement, they'll believe him or go easy on him.
John, you know what this is about, buddy. You know exactly what it is. You know what happened over at Samantha's house last night. That's what we want to talk to you about, okay? I'm gonna Mirandize you. You know you're right. You don't have to talk to me if you don't want to, and that's fine. I hope you decide to, because I think there's some things you're probably gonna need to tell me. Your side of the story. And you see if it's gonna match Samantha's. Because Samantha, well, I'll be honest with you, she's pointing the finger at Jojo. She said you was with him. Now, do you want to talk to me just a little bit about this?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me tell you what they're saying first, because I think you'll be honest, because our bear is dead. He's dead. But now, according to Samantha, you was just a bystander. Why, Jojo beat the living crap out of him up there in that room where we got all the blood and collecting evidence.
Anytime there are multiple suspects involved in a crime, police will want to separate them as soon as possible, so they don't have a chance to get their stories aligned. Police may often plant the seed of doubt that the others are implicating them, leaving each suspect with the decision dilemma of whether to confess or remain silent. The detective is also utilizing a read technique here of placing blame on an outside source rather than on the suspect himself. This will make it easier for John to admit his involvement, because the detective is building the theme that John was just a bystander and not the main perpetrator. Additionally, in this situation, it's likely that there are no real bystanders from a legal standpoint. Under a theory of accomplice liability, if the prosecution can prove that John aided or abetted the murder of Dagan, John would be in the same legal jeopardy as the person who pulled the trigger.
Okay, this all started yesterday. Like you said, yeah, we talked to her about her problem with her husband and all that. Never did I plot to kill the guy. I have a problem with males hitting females.
And I do too.
She did say that there's been times it's crossed her mind to do stupid shit, this and that.
Like what?
Like, basically, like, get somebody to f them off. Like, not kill them, but like just beat the shit out of them, set them up, shit like that, right? And I told her, I said, well, damn. I said, you're talking to somebody that could do that, but I wasn't going to, though.
John now begins his account of the previous night, beginning with a quick stop at Samantha's house.
Jojo had the keys. He was passenger seat.
In front?
Yeah, passenger seat.
Who was driving?
I drove because...
Okay. Who was with you?
It was me, Jojo, and the dude in the back seat I have never seen a day in my life. Except for, I do know...
What's his name?
All I know is he was related to Taye.
Yeah, because I think I know who he is.
John indicates that someone related to Taye was in the back seat, and that Taye wasn't with the three of them in the car.
Okay, let me rephrase that. I have seen them because I have been running around Pittsburgh, but unless they live on Cypress Street, I don't know who they are.
Okay, I got you. Okay, well, go ahead. Y'all all three together.
So
you was driving, but you didn't have the keys.
Didn't have the keys, and I really didn't have a choice because I like my life.
John seems to be trying to suggest that it was actually Jojo who was directing the scheme, and now seems to be implying that Jojo threatened him into driving. Notably, duress can be a defense to some crimes. However, it's typically not a defense to the crime of murder. John gives his rendition of what occurred at the Ibarra home.
They go in. I'm the only person that knows the layout to the house. So Jojo asked me, like, where they sleep at? And I just walked up, stopped, and told them, man, look, upstairs. They ain't go up. I have to go up in the middle. It was Jojo, me, and then the last dude. We go up. And that's when all hell breaks loose. Beat the living hell out the dude. Honestly, me personally, I do not believe Samantha really had a hand to play in it. I think that what she was saying just kind of got took too far.
Okay, so what happened? Who beat the hell out of him?
Jojo and the other guy.
John is awkwardly using his hands as he talks, despite being handcuffed. People may increase their use of illustrators to make their lies sound more believable or give off the impression that their story is true. Jose Jojo Ponce is in the hot seat. Needless to say, things aren't looking good for Jojo, who's now dressed in orange prison attire.
Jonathan is really putting this whole thing off on you, and said that you're the one that wanted to go in there, and he kept saying that you said something about like maybe you had a bad dope deal that went bad.
I don't even know. Matter of fact, I specifically told them when she told me who her husband was, right there in Octavius' house. Mm-hmm. When she told me his name, I told her.
So she be over Octavia's house.
Over Taye's house, but she said she.
But you act like you don't know who Taye is. You act like you don't even go anywhere. You just in the house all day.
She
said you only had one
it was
friend.
A black guy. She said I don't really.
You know these people. This your little crew.
She be over there. She fucking off on them.
I don't even know who they are. I don't even know him.
Jojo said, well, what do you think you can do? You think you can come up with 20 grand in 5 minutes?
John mentions that Jojo demands Dagan produce $20,000 within 5 minutes if he wants to fix things. This is almost exactly what Samantha told the police. This could be because it's true. However, if you watch Samantha's interrogation footage, it's clear that she's trying to paint the incident as drug-related.
Cause this. Asking for compensation, $20,000.
And this may simply be a story that the group concocted to tell the police.
Jojo tells me, all right, stay here and watch him. Dude's out cold. I'm talking about folded up, basically like literally like this, on the ground. When we got outside the house, they had him up against the truck, hands still behind the back, had his face down like this.
What part of the truck?
The hood of the truck.
Okay, that makes sense. That's where, okay.
The investigator catches himself here just before he almost lets out a piece of evidence. Retaining key evidence is a way to corroborate testimony and also to tie physical evidence to one or more suspects.
They went through the truck. And at this point is when I started thinking, damn, what the really going on? Because they put the dude in the back seat. So we go. We leave. As we're going, they tell me, all right, go here, whoa, I'm driving. We go all the way out to the country. Get out to the country. Next thing I know, they walk off. They're all like, go start the vehicle. He throws me the keys. So I'm like, what the f? So I start running back to the vehicle, and in my mind process, this is my neck of the woods now.
So you know where you're at?
Yeah. This is my neck of the woods.
We're fixing to go out there, me and you. We're going back out there. Because everything you're saying so far is matching 100%.
Before I make the vehicle, all I hear is pop.
Who's got the gun?
Jojo does.
Note that John is named Jojo as the trigger man. As you'll see, there won't be a consensus when it comes to this brutal aspect of the crimes.
Right.
Hey, listen, man, everybody's done point the finger at you as being the one to pull the trigger.
That's what I'm saying, dude, and I didn't.
Who pulled the trigger then?
Jonathan.
Despite claiming that John pulled the trigger, there are still at least 2 ways in which Jojo could still be criminally liable for the murder. Yeah. First, under a theory of accomplice liability, if the prosecution can prove that Jojo aided or abetted or had the requisite intent for John's murder of Dagan. Second, if the prosecution can prove that Jojo had entered into an agreement with Samantha or John to carry out the murder, he could be charged with conspiracy to commit murder. The sheriff seems satisfied that he's gathered all pertinent information from John. He leads John out of the room. The next task is the somber duty of locating and recovering Dagan's body. Sheriff Tim Ingram and investigator Aaron Baxter, along with their helpful suspect, John Sanford, depart the sheriff's office as Chief Deputy John Livingston follows closely behind in Aaron's vehicle. Aaron wears a body camera to document the events that are about to transpire. Be forewarned, things are about to take a drastic turn for the worst as members of the Titus County Sheriff's Office begin to uncover the true horrors that occurred earlier that very morning.
Well, you think cuz went to bed after all this? You think he's home to bed? I honestly don't know. Who will know who cuz is other than in case the crib will talk to me? Who's going to know this guy's going to get him quick before he tries to do anything?
Almost anybody in Pittsburgh that really...
So is that his name? Is that what everybody calls him, cuz?
The sheriff asks John, who will be able to identify the mysterious third party, known to us only as Cuz, will soon learn his true identity.
Yeah, see the body. See that? Yeah. That's him. Definitely did. Okay. What we need to do now, oh yeah, he's dead. He's not gonna be alive. What we need to do now is two of us need to break off and take him and use a recorder and let's go get the gun.
Sadly, Dagan's body is located at 11:28 a.m. Aaron places a call to the Camp County Sheriff to alert him of the murder within his jurisdiction. Meanwhile, back at the Titus County Sheriff's Office, an anxious and fidgety Samantha has returned to the interrogation room. The clock now reads 11:45 a.m. It seems Samantha hasn't been informed that Dagan was located, deceased, approximately 17 minutes earlier. While the members of the sheriff's office are locating the potential murder weapon, Samantha occupies herself by writing on the dry erase board in the interrogation room. Just as Samantha leaves the room as the clock reads 11:58 a.m., Aaron's body camera recording resumes. The sheriff, John the suspect, and the two investigators, Aaron and John, head to the home where the gun is believed to have been stashed. Note that the woman seated on the front step of the home is Lakona Slayton. Her connection to the case will be revealed to you shortly.
Okay, I'll stop. Hey, what? Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Won't take us but a minute. We'll be done.
Like, dude.
Hey, John. Where's that gun at?
It was out here, but it's apparently not out here.
Who got it?
I don't know. Y'all arrested me.
Why ain't it out here?
I don't know.
BSing now.
No, I swear to God, I don't
got
know.
the box, and the box is empty.
You think he BSing? Because he shows y'all where the body is. He's implemented himself. Only thing he hasn't proved is who shot the gun.
And that's why, and that's also because now you got John pointing at Jojo and Jojo pointing at John. That's why I need for y'all to find this third guy, and this third guy will be able to either tie it up and let y'all know like who actually was the trigger person.
Yeah, but also with John still had a gun, if Joe could see it, right. Because I could pull the trigger and tell you, hey, take the, you know, get rid of it. But that's too a little risky though.
But it happens.
It does happen.
So you already knew the gun was involved?
No, she has no
I didn't
clue.
know about.
She has no clue about nothing. I'm telling y'all that now.
So
I haven't. She has no clue about nothing.
Here's the deal. All right, we need the gun. You could be charged with the same thing.
She was.
I know
here.
what the.
You could be an accomplice to murder, capital murder. That's the death penalty. So if you know where the gun's at, she knows where the gun's at. You need to go ahead and tell us.
I don't know where the gun's at. I just told you that.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one more opportunity.
Dude, you can hurt me. I don't know where the gun is.
That's probably about to happen because I think you're a liar.
I don't give
You've got the freaking box. You've got the dead gun. Where'd the gun go then?
I don't know.
So why'd you get the box?
Who did blood, man?
I don't care, man. I didn't do.
You must be about as low life as that husband of yours.
He ain't husband.
Well, you with him. About the same thing.
Whatever.
The sheriff and Lakona are referring to Jojo here.
Oh, yeah, you remember enough to come home and get that box, that gun in it, don't you?
No, I remember to come home and check the box.
So the gun's not in the tent?
I don't know. Go check the tent. I don't know.
Is it okay if I check the tent?
Yes, it is okay.
Okay. And where's it at?
Right behind the house.
Okay.
After a dramatically heated exchange with Lakona.
What if Jojo called her and told her, they got me, I didn't got arrested?
Yeah.
Or tipped her off and she knew to get rid of the gun.
I think the man standing in the door, her man.
So I'm gonna know who is that cuz?
Probably not.
The sheriff and Aaron head to the tent, which currently serves as Lakona's home, to attempt to locate the gun. A search in this case does not require a warrant. When someone with a controlling interest gives permission to search a premises, including a tent, it's an exception to the warrant requirement. Back at the sheriff's office, Samantha is again writing on the dry erase board. As a couple of written questions are directed at the sheriff's office, she continues to put on a show. These behaviors are once again very childlike and immature. Oftentimes, individuals with personality disorders will display immature behaviors. In high-stress situations in particular, they often regress, and these behaviors become much more evident.
That gun could be on the house, anything. But that's where I showed.
There you go, right there. I bet you.
I already knew.
See the dope or the gun. Gun.
Well, you're hiding this gun.
Why the hell would I tell you to go look in the tent?
It wasn't in the tent.
She hid that gun in the house.
Well, you sure did a poor job at doing it. You didn't even throw it far enough. You just put it right there.
Well, I don't know where the...
All we want is the truth.
Man, I'm telling you, all I know is the guy told me that they were suspects in a murder case. The first thing that popped in my head was that gun. It was not in the box where it was always at, and I don't know what the is going on, but I want to know.
Okay.
Well, they got picked up at the hospital.
Oh, they did get picked up at the hospital.
So he could have came back and rearranged where the gun was at. Could have.
Just like the other officer told you, we're investigating a murder. All right? There was a guy killed last night. He was executed. He wasn't supposed to have it, was he?
No.
Convicted felon or?
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, that guy's got a family, and they're going to want to know what happened to their son and father. I mean, the guy's got kids, young kids, and so we're just trying to gather the facts up and get justice for this guy's family. Is there anything that you can tell me at this point that would help us with our investigation?
Other than that, if I think he would have did something like that, yeah, because he's pulled it on me before.
He's pulled the gun out on you before?
Yeah.
All right.
I know I've prayed, but damn, I didn't think I was going to split up with him like this.
This important piece of information, which was uncovered due to the officer's catch-all question.
So what was the real reason why y'all went to his house?
Because I'm thinking like...
Pete.
Yeah, I've been, because I'm like, okay, my thing is for Jojo.
Then no.
Because I'm thinking like for Jojo to be like the main one that y'all pointing the finger at and saying he did all this stuff. I'm only doing, which I'm not doing it, period. But if somebody was to do that, I'm only doing it for somebody that I'm messing with, that I'm trying to be with, that I just
hold on.
I have some type of relation with on that type of level.
Let me interject real
Go
fast.
ahead. Do you?
Pete. What you mean by do you?
I'm saying say what you gotta say.
So peep this. John said one reason why they would beat him up because he's abusive to his woman.
But
Jojo is extra abusive to his woman.
You pulling guns out on your wife.
Peep this. Mm-hmm. What was the other thing that they mentioned?
I forgot what.
Unless you can come up with $20,000.
Oh, $20,000 in 5 minutes.
What if Samantha told, if y'all can handle this for me, he got a life insurance policy, I'll pay out.
I don't know, but still.
That's the reason why I said that could be a motive.
But y'all even like that number.
Say, that's two
and
of
everybody's saying this number. Like everybody on board with this number because this is something that has been discussed. Come on.
Cause he said, unless you can come up with 20,000, we won't.
Not,
we won't do nothing. But we got 20,000 to kill you. We'll save your life for 20,000 if you can come up with it in 5 minutes. You can't come up with, all right, she gonna give it to us.
Cause it's just so crazy. Like, cause my thing
weird.
It's the whole thing is weird.
Samantha is an accomplice. She's also part of the orchestration of it, because they wouldn't even had a showed up.
And I get that John, like, I don't think that Samantha Yes, Samantha did. Yes.
He's just trying to save face for everything.
So I'm like, is John the one that was messing with?
Because John knew the layout of the house.
This one, how you know?
But John supposed to have been with her friend. So maybe because he's been over there
with the friend. It's just all weird.
May explain why Lakona didn't reveal the gun's location. It's possible that if she did know where it was, she kept the location secret for a much different reason than avoiding trouble herself or protecting someone else. Instead, she may have been fearful of retaliation from Jojo if she talked. We've yet to hear Jojo's side of the story, but it's going to be hard to dig himself out of the hole that seems to be getting deeper by the minute. The members of the sheriff's office depart with the recovered weapon that was believed to have been used to execute Dagan. Investigator Aaron Baxter sits down with Lakona on February 24th, just 4 days after Dagan was killed. During our last encounter with Lakona, when the handgun was retrieved near the tent that served as her place of residence, she seemed to insinuate that her days with Jojo were numbered. However, she initially referred to Jojo as her fiancé at this meeting. It may be that she had a change of heart and decided against ending the volatile relationship after all. As a result, she may be less forthcoming in her interview than the sheriff's office would have hoped.
You know, the other day when we were over there with the gun, what made you think that gun was used to just, you just had a gut feeling?
I just had that feeling. It was a feeling because I don't know, it's just a feeling.
And you said that Jose had pointed at you before?
Yeah, in the past, but he would never, when it comes to other people, he's not mean. He's a coward. When it came to me, it was different. Other folks, he was a coward.
He's trying to, they done talk. She's trying to protect him.
Mm-hmm. He always backed down for fights and stuff. And I just don't understand. I don't see. I just don't understand. What? Why? Jojo didn't even know her. As far as I knew, Jonathan was the only one that knew her. Then I found out Taye's known her, Jonathan's known her. Jojo didn't know her, so why would he even... I don't know.
Lakona seems genuinely confused about the conspiracy and why Jojo would participate, seeing as he hadn't met Samantha until the day before the murder. According to future testimony provided by John, the three men smoked methamphetamine while en route to the Ibarra household. Perhaps this claim could explain the violent behavior seemingly uncharacteristic of Jojo.
So why don't you never found that gun in my tent? I promise you didn't.
Where do you think I found it?
I know exactly where you found it, which is in the spot that Jonathan hid it.
Jonathan put it there? Seriously?
Yes.
Come on now.
Jojo seems to believe that by knowing where it had been hidden, he can somehow pin the murder on John.
John didn't know where it was hidden. John took him to the house, said, hey, we brought it back here, but I don't know where it's at. I know it's in that black box. Or did John playing dumb?
Everybody playing dumb at this point. Yeah. Every single person.
Yeah.
Jonathan was pissed out and he hits him with it.
Where'd Jonathan have the pistol at?
In his waistband.
Whose pistol is it?
Jonathan's.
Where'd he get it?
It's your pistol.
Beats me.
Clearly, Jojo's story is not agreeing with John's version of events. Most significantly, Jojo claims the gun that was allegedly used to murder Dagan belongs to John, though Jojo is unsure where or how John obtained it.
All right, and the gun that we got out from under the house, that's the gun that, I guess it belonged to Jose.
It was mine. It was a gift to me from him. It was mine.
Okay.
There you go, right?
No. He's a convicted felon. He cannot get a gun for you unless it's something he bought off the street.
But regardless of the fact, this is y'all gun.
Yeah.
Your gun, Jojo gun. That's Jojo gun.
He can't get. He's not finna gift you a gun.
No.
He's a convicted felon.
No.
That don't
can't even be
sense.
around him, right?
Yeah.
Period. So regardless of the fact, this is Jojo's gun. Now y'all trying to flip it and no, this is. Well, Jojo trying to flip it and say that it's Jonathan's gun.
She's trying to protect Jojo.
Yeah.
Most importantly, perhaps, Lakona confirms that the handgun that was recovered near the tent belongs to her and Jojo, not John.
What I need to do, I've got Samantha's version.
Samantha is the ringleader.
She is.
I never met her until yesterday.
So you just up there with Charlotte and them, that's when you met.
That's when yes sir, I met Samantha. And I met her 5 kids. Mm-hmm. We all left. We get to Walmart. We're in Walmart for a little bit. All of a sudden, Octavius Rhymes walks up to me. He said, man, I gotta go. I said, why? He's like, my mom just called me and cussing me out, telling me I better get the damn car home. So I let me go find Jonathan real quick. Let me ask Jonathan if he can give us, me and my wife, a ride home back to your house. When Jonathan took me home that afternoon, though, Octavius was home. Octavius ended up leaving with Jonathan. They left together. Me and my wife stayed home. All of a sudden, around after 7 or 8 at last night, they showed back up. This time, they showed up with Octavius, Jonathan, Samantha, and her kids. Jonathan pulls me to the side. Take her, I need to talk to you. I don't know what's up. He's like, look, old girl, talking about Samantha. He said, Samantha wants us to, do something. And he wouldn't tell me full details until we went to the place. All of a sudden, he tells me, he said, look, I just need you to stand guard.
Jojo describes what is called a criminal conspiracy between himself and John to commit the crime of kidnapping. Another important revelation is Jojo's claim that Taye was a willing participant in the conspiracy, despite Samantha's and John's initial reluctance to implicate him. It turns out that old Cuz was actually Taye all along. Let's hear it straight from the source. Meet Octavius Taye Rhymes, whose identity Samantha and John attempted to conceal initially. Taye had requested a meeting with the Titus County Sheriff's Office with the intention of getting a deal in the works. However, Taye was informed that he'd need his lawyer to handle the negotiating with the DA's office. While seated with investigator Wayne Minor, Taye went ahead and pleaded his case.
I should have spoke to y'all without a lawyer, but I admitted to y'all, that I was in the vicinity when they took the dude from his home, but I didn't realize that they were planning on doing. So like I said, I know y'all ran my criminal background history already. I don't have no violent background, I don't have no felonies, no misdemeanors. No, I've never been in no serious trouble like this ever. So I'm trying to work with y'all, but I can't really give y'all no more information if there ain't no deal on the table.
Striking a deal is quite common in criminal cases, especially those with multiple defendants. Often, the prosecution will offer a more lenient sentence to the accused in exchange for the accused providing information to the police or agreeing to testify against one of the other defendants. However, it's important to note that a criminal defendant cannot make a deal with the police. Only the prosecutors are authorized to make deals with defendants. Therefore, any sort of deal that the police make with Taye wouldn't have any legal effect, unless, of course, such a deal was approved by the prosecutor's office.
I stayed downstairs the entire time.
But she whistled.
That means she was downstairs. Because like I said, me, Octavius, and
how'd she whistle? Was it like that or?
Yeah, like that. That's what I'm saying. She was downstairs. She had to be.
But you didn't see her?
No.
And so who went back in when she did? Jonathan did.
And all of a sudden, Jonathan comes back out and says, come here, cuz I talk to you. We walk over here. And he's like, her mom just called, say she's she's sending a friend over to see her or whatever, something like that. He's like, so she said, we got to go. We need to go now.
Jojo claims that Samantha told them to move quickly. Records indicate that she called her mother to alert her of the attack. Because her mother's home was an hour's drive from Samantha's, she assumed that would give the men ample time to leave the premises with Dagan. What Samantha didn't anticipate was that her mother would send a nearby aunt to her rescue. There's no way Jojo could have known this bit of information if Samantha wasn't in on the ruse.
And so we left.
They arrive at a secluded area that serves as their destination.
Taye's looking at me, I'm looking at him. Jonathan looks back at us. Jonathan pulls it out, he's holding it. All of a sudden, I tell him, man, dude, you're too close, dude. You finna take the man's life, but you're too close to the road. Taye's looking, Taye's like, man, you really are. He said, it's gonna be loud.
This moment is key, as with this statement, Jojo may have just admitted to being an accomplice to Dagan's murder. By admitting to the sheriff that he told John to move further from the road before killing Dagan, prosecutors could argue that Jojo attempted to aid John in his murder of Dagan, leaving Jojo equally culpable for it.
All right, hold on a second, drink your Coke, and I'll be right back.
While Jojo waits for the sheriff to return, he's well aware that the camera is still rolling.
I don't understand how the hell you're gonna blame me for shit that he did.
Okay.
I went because he asked me for help.
So you know what time that they took Samantha home?
To be honest, I believe it was before midnight, but I couldn't really tell you the time. I don't remember the times. I think it was before midnight though, because she was talking about how the kids were getting sleepy and she needed to get to the house. Something about her man was asleep or something, and she didn't want him waking up and getting mad at her.
No question about it, Samantha has been caught in a lie. Cell tower records give us the real story. Despite Samantha's attempts to deceive law enforcement, her phone wasn't near her home until approximately 10:30 p.m. on February 19th, just a few hours before the invasion. A major development in the case occurs just 3 days after the murder of Dagan, though it would be a stretch to say it came as a shock. Samantha is arrested and charged with aggravated kidnapping and murder. In the end, the failed conspiracy resulted in lengthy prison terms for all involved. John and Jojo pleaded guilty the following year, in April of 2016. They received 50-year sentences for their roles in Dagan's kidnapping and murder. Months later, in December of 2016, Taye went on trial. It didn't go as he'd hoped, however. He was found guilty of murder and aggravated kidnapping and was sentenced to a total of 93 years. Last but not least came the mastermind behind the whole terribly designed plot. Samantha.
Why the fuck he taking the trial when you was the main motherfucker talking about can we work something out?
Can we work something out?
Dumbass, go ahead get your lawyer and tell him I'm willing to tell everything. I'm gonna tell everything about every detail. They would have still copped the plea deal for 50 years. 9 times out of 10, they got a parole date. Yeah. They got an out date. They got 50 years. They probably only got to do a certain amount, and then they go home.
You think I'm not the trigger man? You think I'm about to take it to trial? I'm going to take my deal because regardless of the fact I'm getting charged, regardless. Yeah. So I'm not taking it to trial.
And as soon as they said, I would give me a lawyer right now. I'm willing to work out a deal.
You're dumb. That's dumb.
Last but not least came the mastermind behind the whole terribly designed plot. Samantha went on trial for Dagan's murder in September of 2017. Not surprisingly, she was found guilty. Yeah. She was sentenced to 99 years. In addition, she received another 50 years for the kidnapping to be served consecutively with her murder sentence. To this day, it is still unknown who pulled the trigger and killed Dagan.
So, Taye, you still didn't give no... You was pointless. You just... Anyway, yeah, y'all...
Well, he wasn't pointless because he sure got 99. He got 93.
Well, I'm saying, trying to strike a deal, you still didn't tell nothing. You ain't gave no information. Who pulled the trigger? I guess at this point, it's between Jojo and Jonathan.
One of them did pull the trigger.
It's between, yeah.
My thing is, I do believe Jonathan was the help mastermind it. Mm-hmm. I believe Jojo pulled the trigger. I do believe Jojo pulled the trigger. It's your gun.
Yeah.
Unless he got it up off you. But you trying to distance yourself so far away from the gun. Yeah. What makes me believe that you pulled the trigger? Yeah, because
you don't even want to admit that it's your.
Because I would have been like, it was my gun, but he asked for it when we left the home.
Yeah, something like, that would have been a little bit more believable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you trying to distance yourself so far away from the gun makes me believe
me feel
you
like
was the trigger man.
Yeah, but it's definitely between them two. I don't know why. What's her name? Samantha. I don't know.
And then the 20,000, you don't go. They don't carry that out unless you offer them some money. And that's where the 20,000 come out.
That's so sad.
She told them she was gonna.
She told them all this stuff. You got your 5 kids with you.
Can we prove it? No.
Home, this man at home supposedly in the bed sleep or whatever the case
sleeping
may be.
for work because he got work.
You know what I'm saying?
5 hours.
And you over here planning and plotting to take him out or whatever it was. Like, come on now, that's sad.
Because she a big ass hoe.
But rest in peace to Ernie. Yeah, that's sad, bro. And I hope the kids are doing well, because that's just, you have no father now. Your mother locked up, so you don't have, man. All right.
Just grandparents.
Yep. Selfish, but yeah.
Hey, man, y'all spam us up in the comments. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Tiana.
We are.
Kiddandceemgmt.
We out.